Alright, time for the solutions for the review for Walkaway 9. This one includes like angle pair relationships, so like vertical angles, angles and triangles, angles dealing with parallel lines and transversals, and with geometric constructions, which, right, using the compass or the straight side of the compass to help us to draw things. And so that's what this one's all about. On this first one, 1 through 6, you're just identifying pairs of angles that meet that particular vocab word. So vertical angles, consecutive interior, linear pair. And I'm going to list all the combinations because there's actually multiple answers for quite a few of these. Vertical angles are angles that are opposite of two intersecting lines, so like 2 and 3, 1 and 4. Those are vertical angles. And so I'm going to list them all, 1 and 4. 4. Here, I'll do 1 and 4. 2 and 3. 5 and 8. And 7 and 6. If you want to get a pair of consecutive interior, the interior part means it's between the parallel lines, and consecutive means it's on the same side. So 4 and 6 and 3 and 5 are all consecutive interior angles. Linear pairs are angles that together make a straight line. And so 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 5 and 7, 6 and 8. So really basically all the angles that are right next to each other. And so 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 5 and 7, 6 and 8, and 7 and 8. So there's actually a lot of answers for that one. Corresponding angles are angles that are in the same spot of the intersections. So 2 and 6 are the top right, they're corresponding. 1 and 5, top left, they're corresponding. And so there's actually quite a few pairs. There's 4 of them. 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, and 4 and 8 are corresponding angles. Alternate interior angles means the interior part means it's between the parallel lines, and alternate means it's on opposite sides of the transversal. And so 3 and 6 are opposite sides of the transversal, and they're in between the parallel lines, and so they would be alternate interior, and along with 4 and 5. And so 3 and 6, and 4 and 5. And then our last one, alternate exterior angles. Those are angles, exterior means outside the parentheses, outside the parallel lines. So that's 1, 2, 7, and 8. And alternate means that they're on opposite sides of the transversal. So those pairs, 2 and 7, and 1 and 8 are exterior angles. 1 and 8, 2 and 7. And down here at the bottom, you can actually figure out all the angles if you only have one, and it gives you one here. So right there it says that angle 6 here is 110 degrees. Well, every single angle can now be figured out because it's either a linear pair, which means they add a 180, or it's equal to it, whether it's corresponding, vertical, alternate interior, alternate exterior, they're all related really closely. So angle 3 is an alternate interior angle with 6, so it's 110. Alternate interior angles are equal. 4 is a consecutive interior angle with 6. So to get that one, you just take 180, subtract off the 110, and you get what 4 is, which is 70. Angle 2 is actually vertical with angle 3, which means it's the same as angle 3, making it 110. And angle 7 is actually vertical with angle 6, so it's the same. And so those are the angle measurements there. moving on to the next part. On this one, you have 2 bits of information about the angle measurements, but you also have these straight lines here, and those give you linear pairs. So if you're trying to get 1 over here, angle 1, that's a linear pair with 120. So these two add up to make 180 degrees. So if you want to get angle 1, you just take 180 and you subtract off the 120, and you get the measure of angle 1, which is 60 degrees. And if you want to get angle 2, that makes a linear pair with that 95-degree angle. So if you want angle 2, you just take 180 and subtract off the 95 degrees, and you'll get 85. So that one would be 85 degrees. If you want to get 3, and you remember that angle 1, 2, and 3 all add up to make a triangle, which means they all add up to 180. So if you want to get angle 3, you have to take angle 2 and angle 1 and subtract them off of 180. So if you take angle 1, subtract it off, take angle 2 to subtract it off, you're going to get 35. So angle 3 is 35 degrees. And luckily, angle 4 and 3 are vertical angles, so they're congruent. So angle 4 is also 35 degrees. And that's all the angle finding ones. The next video will give you the constructions.